Hey everyone, Sarah here at Three Little Potters, and today I have a really exciting item from Vevor. I have their electric mini kiln to try out. So they did provide me with this kiln for an honest review, and I am so excited to try it. It's going to be awesome. I have like all kinds of plans, glazes I want to test with this. It could be awesome. So I'm going to unbox it, but then I'm going to have to make some pottery to put in it. But you won't have to wait for all of that. You'll be able to see it right away. So I will say, when I was carrying this box inside, it looks small, right? But it's actually very heavy. Not so heavy that I couldn't get it inside, but it is heavier than I expected when I read the size of the kiln. So I'm thinking it's probably going to be sturdy, heavy duty, I don't know, quality item. Okay, so first thing, it comes with a little set of tongs. Although I am thinking I'm going to do some Raku with this, so I'm going to get a longer set because lifting hot things out, although these are pretty nice. This definitely has uses. Okay, let's get into it. Ooh, what else do we got? Also comes with gloves, nicely packaged. All right, our instruction manual here. Electric melting furnace. So I guess there's a lot of different ways that you can use this item, but obviously I'm going to be doing pottery with it. But if you were a jewelry maker or something like that, you could do a lot of really cool things. Here's just a quick glimpse of it in the box and how it's packaged. So it looks like it shipped perfectly. All right, let's see if I can pull this out gracefully. It's probably not going to happen for me, is it? Let's see. How tight is it in here? It's in here pretty tight. Cool. Okay. Let's get rid of the box. Okay. Oh, it has a handle on the top. You have to be pretty strong to lift it by that handle. Okay, I'm gonna take, what do we have here? Okay, there's our cord. Move that out. Just like kiln brick that sometimes, okay. Wow. Look at it, it's little, it's so cute. Just a little over 6 that way. A little over 6 that way. And the depth is about 5.5 inches there. And then there is that little temperature sensor here that takes up just a teeny amount of room. Here are the electric coils on the side, the top, and then the other side. Door also looks like it's got some insulated batting there, whereas this feels more like kiln brick material. So it fits about a mug if you are using bigger pieces. So think about mug size, although you could go a taller mug there. So the plug is just a regular 3-prong plug that you can plug into any outlet. The device is 1500 watts, so think something like the energy of a small space heater. Okay, I've got a few test pots in here now. These are just normal bud vases, and you can see in the back there I have a cone 5 and a cone 6. So I guess the question everybody wants to know is, how hot does this go? Okay, so I've got it set at 1200 degrees Celsius, which for the rest of us is 2192 degrees. So let's see how long it takes to get up to the maximum temperature and what that looks like on our cone packs. So it's been a little bit Well, just a little under a half an hour, and I am slightly concerned that this is heating up really quickly. um, yeah, I feel like, well, we'll see. Hopefully everything's not exploded inside, but it's definitely heating up quicker than I thought. And, you know, that's semi-okay because I have envisioned myself using this for Raku. You know, Raku, you're hoping to get a maximum temperature in about an hour, and I feel like this is going to get me a Raku maximum temperature in about an hour. As to how it's gonna do with B-Mix on this fast of a glaze schedule, ooh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what we're gonna get out of this, so it's gonna be exciting. So it's been about an hour now, and we're coming up on max temperature. I think I've got 3 more minutes to go, so it looks like it'll be almost exactly an hour. Some of my question marks at this point is it going to automatically shut off, or is that something that you have to do yourself? And if it doesn't automatically shut off, then my thought is that you could probably put a hold at the end of your firing cycle to possibly get you more heat work, because this seems like it's going really fast. All right, final amount here. So 1 more degree. I feel like I hear pots cracking in the middle. Hopefully they're not. Okay, so it's just sitting at that. It doesn't seem to be turning off. So I am still at 1200 degrees. It did not automatically shut off, so I am going to leave it on for another 5 minutes and basically give a 5-minute hold to the end of this firing cycle. And if you're wondering why I'm outside, I felt like it might have some sort of like plastic on it or coatings from when it was manufactured. So I thought for the first firing, I would just make sure that I did it outside, just in case there was anything that I didn't want to inhale. But it doesn't seem to be too hot to the touch. I do have it on a metal surface. It is hot on the front side, but not like enough to burn you. So I think as long as it's far enough away from a wall and, you know, at least 6 inches from other surfaces, I think you're probably going to be okay. There's a small hole on the top. I believe that's to sort of let vapors escape. All right, this is a little hot to be opening, but I'm going to open it up because I want to know. Okay, I didn't explode them. Oh my. You guys, can you see those cones in the back? Oh. Yeah. Okay, it's still a little hot to open. I'm gonna close it back up for a minute. Okay, so my other kiln has a temperature offset and it runs cold, so I fire a little bit hotter. This kiln does not have that. If anything, it looks like it probably fires hot. So yeah, the answer as to whether we can get a cone 6 firing out of this, that's yes. Cone 5 was completely melted. Cone 6 was completely melted. My guess would be that this is probably went to cone 7, cone 8, something like that. So, so yes, you can use this kiln for mid-fire. Well, here we go. Experiment number 1. My first one, you can see the pinholes here. It's still a little hot, so I'm not going to touch it a lot. This is sand dollar glaze and lavender mist. Yeah, and so these pinholes, because it didn't have a drop hold schedule, and I think what I would do next time would be click it off at 1200, or well, I guess probably click it off at 1150 and then wait till it dropped till another 100 degrees and then click it back on for a half an hour and let it sit. So just in case this goes well, I am doing a little bit of footage. I have mixed up some slip resist, and I'm going to try this as sort of a naked Raku sort of thing. And it's my understanding that you put this on really thick and that you put it in while it's wet. It seems like it's soaking into the clay though. That's probably not a good thing. It's probably never going to peel off. All right, let's just get it nice and goopy on there. Hopefully it will come off and that I'm just not ruining this piece. Okay, so, okay, my plan is I'm gonna just let this heat up to 260 Celsius, which is about 500 degrees, and then I'm going to sort of let it steam off, and then I'm gonna do the full firing. Okay, and here is what it looks like at 500 degrees. And here's a little bit closer of that before it really gets going. Okay, so the temperature I'm going to try this firing at is going to be, what did I say, 1043. And then the current temperature inside is the top number, and then the bottom temperature is what I'm currently setting it to. So I'm going to go to 1043. And then I'm going to hit the P button, which turns it on, and there we go. The little dots right here mean that it's heating up. All right, the final countdown is on. I am suiting up. The dogs are being wild. Okay, if you can see that, it's 10:30 right now, and we're going to 1043 Celsius. Hopefully that's a good temperature. I am not going to start the video again because gloves are hard, so I'm just going to let it roll. I don't have anyone helping me with camera work, so we'll see how much you can see from this, but hopefully it'll be cool. So the plan is when this is hot, I'm going to turn it off, I'm going to flip it open, I'm going to grab the one with the slip, the naked Raku piece first, and I'm going to try to put it in this bucket that I've got lined with newspaper and close that up. And then I'm going to take the other two and put them in this bucket here, which I have some pine shavings in. Ooh. Oh my goodness, it's almost go time. Okay, practice. So I have these tongs that are pretty small. Hopefully I'm not going to get too hot. 2 more degrees. Try to grab on the bottom and not knock off the slip. Oh, okay. I'm going to gently set it on the paper. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna. Oh, geez. Okay. I don't know if that. Okay, that's tighter. Okay, let's get the other two out. Oh no, I got something on the thing. Okay, let's just grab this one too. Oh no, not a good grab, not a good grab. Okay, it's in, it's in. Okay. Okay. Well, that was exciting. All right, let's let that thing cool down normally. All right, well, my hands weren't even remotely hot, so that worked. Yeah, I don't know that I needed all of this protective gear, but that was definitely fun. Okay, hopefully these glazes came out. Okay, the naked Raku place has been in this container now for 10 minutes. Uh-oh, it doesn't look like I burnt it very much, did I? Well, we'll see if we got anything. Maybe? Looks like something might have happened in there. Let's see. I did grab the right piece, right? Okay. Now, hopefully this stuff is going to flake off. I think I probably shouldn't have done the alumina hydrate stuff up onto where the glaze is. So, that's good to know. All right, let's see what's in bin number 2. Let's see. Ooh, it looks cool. What is it? It's got some different colors. I think I probably went too... No, I don't know. That's pretty cool. All right, now there should be another one in here somewhere. Ooh. Okay. Right. So this had my white crackle glaze on it. And I don't see any crackling to this at all. The other glaze I used is a real winner. The white crackle, not so much. So I used the emerald green copper flash on the inside and just on this rim, but it looks like, if I had to guess, it looks like it kind of went down some. This glaze is cool. See these spots sharp? I think this is okay. Oh, 10:43, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm at this club.
It's a record. Okay, you ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay, this is hot, okay? Oh, that glaze didn't do what we wanted it to do. It didn't heal over. Look at all the spots on it. That's all right. Well, at least we know now.
I like it.
Okay, you want to do one?
Yeah.
Okay. Get in there. Yep, go ahead. Ooh. Don't. Yep, now squish through. Yep, don't touch the sides of the kiln. Ooh. Oh boy. Can you open that lid for me? Don't get too close. Okay, I'm gonna put it in the water.
Come on.
Oh, the inside looks light colored. How do we get that?
That's cool.
Do you see it?
Yeah. Wait, let me get close.
Oh, this looks so cool. I like where it's just like the bare clay too.
Can I see the inside?
Yeah, the inside's way cool. Look.
Well, it looks like
Why are the insides so much better? What do we need to do to get that going on the outside?
Are you guys
But it's got like a super sharp spot right there.
I don't think that any of these are sellable, but they are cool.
What do you mean not sellable?
You just said they have sharp spots.
This one does have a sharp spot. This one needs some refining. It's pretty though, huh?
Yeah.
The kiln, I think the kiln is awesome, don't you?
For real. It's really
Look
quick.
at this. Look at what it did here.
It looks
It's
like
just like
copper.
Yeah. Did like some copper crystals. All right, this is day 2 of our kiln experiments. Here, the kiln is still cooling down. It takes far longer to cool down than it does to reach its top temperature, but really fun. So I have some final thoughts for you about this kiln. I have run it 3 times now, and I'm just so impressed with this. It's really, really user-friendly. It has a very simple computer. You just push, and then hit P for on and P for off. It's really easy to use. The downsides of this kiln are that it heats up really fast, but depending on what you're using it for, that may not be a downside for you. I think the kiln would be strongest to use for like decals, image transfers, if you were doing some of those sanbao, overglaze transfers, this would get you there so quickly. And if you're doing luster fires with your work, if you want to just a quick, see for me, like if I'm using my big kiln and I have 100 pieces come out, occasionally I want to put luster on, 1 or 2, but to run my whole kiln for a luster fire is just not economical at all. So I did the math on this. This is coming out to, for me, with my high price of electricity, this is coming out to about 40 cents each kiln run that I do. So only 40 cents. So if I can add, you know, a special decal, a little bit of gold, I don't have the pressure to feel like I need to make 20 of this to make it pay off by turning on my big kiln. I can just pop it in here. And, you know, the high ramp on the fire is especially great for Raku, right? I mean, this is the electric version of of a Raku kiln, and you can do it small. You know, like I am envisioning this. I have a, you know, Mother's Day party tomorrow, and you know, I'm gonna crank it up while people are over because it's fun, right? And it's so portable. I'll just carry it outside. I've got my little trash can with my newspaper in it. Yeah, it's so simple to use. I feel like it makes some of that, I don't know. I feel like Raku, you're always feeling like, oh, I have to go to like a special pottery camp to do Raku. Like I have to do these crazy things and light the gas burner, right? And I don't know. I mean, my husband says I'm silly that gas burners are not scary, but I am like a little bit like, whoa, flame. Okay, really scary. But something about just like pushing a button and having your exact temperature readout right on the kiln makes that feel a lot more accessible to me. So yeah, I feel like I'm actually going to use this even more than I thought I would. You know, and for a long time, I really haven't had in my shop anything with decals because I'm just like, I'd have to commit and make like 20 white pieces to then put decals on, and it's going to be a boring kiln opening and, you know, all of that. But this just makes that completely accessible. You know, and it is really small. And while it is heavy, I would say, I don't know what it is, 40 pounds-ish maybe? A little bit hard to move around, but it does have a handle. And I was able to move it in and out of my house by myself. You know, it's really, really convenient to use. You know, the only downside really is that the computer, it's not an advanced computer. So what you're not going to be able to do is program in your ramp holds or change how quickly it heats up. So you're going to be manually pushing buttons. But I know many of you are sort of used to kilns that have that sort of manual switches on, switch off, switch on, switch off, to kind of keep it in check. But, you know, yes, it doesn't have an advanced computer system. It's inexpensive, right? So, you know, I feel like for a small hobby potter, if it's within your budget, this could be great. I mean, sometimes it's so hard. You take a class and you have just one more piece or it didn't quite get done in time, or then you're waiting for the firing for like another 30 people to finish their pieces for your piece to get fired. Sometimes it's just nice to be able to have the immediate result. So yeah, I think this is a great buy if you are in the market for something very small. You know, if you're doing production, you might find it useful too, because, you know, I feel like I'm going to do, you know, gold lusters and decals in this and, you know, spend a lot less money. I mean, I can afford to spend 50 cents to put gold luster on a mug. But I don't necessarily want to heat up my big kiln at, you know, I guess $10 to run a luster fire. So yeah, incredibly affordable to fire, and it seems really durable. I haven't noticed any problems with it, no speed changes or anything. It's just been so much fun. Yes, I can't wait. I'm going to do a follow-up video on this kiln in about a month after I fired it a ton more times so that you can kind of see if it held up and how durable it is. And hopefully in that time, I'm going to get even better at Raku, and I'll have some more results to share with you as far as that goes. I'm also planning some Raku glaze reviews. So if anyone's interested in that, those will be coming up this month too. Sort of a fun summer thing to do here in Maine. So thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you'll consider this kiln. It's awesome. Links and a coupon code are down below.